Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Dimi, I'm 38 years old, I'm a transgender man. And believe it or not, I was a guest on Buck Angel's Instagram channel, and he was asking me about the phalloplasty, and actually he suggested to make a stream series about my phalloplasty experience. I think this is an awesome format for my story, because this way we're having conversation. He's asking me questions I'm not even thinking about, and I'm answering them. So this is like a lively chat, and this is gonna be weekly, maybe. We'll see how it goes. But now I present to you our first, very first chat. Thank you, Buck, again. Thank you very much for this. And to you out there, have a great residual end of the year, and have a great holidays, and enjoy this video.
Good morning, everybody. Oh my God, I hope you had great holidays. I hope that you're rested up for New Year's because we get to be stuck at home again. So, good morning, good morning. I have an awesome special guest this morning who's going to come and join me for 15 minutes. Because I know all of us have a weird little attention span these days. So that being said, he's going to come on. His name is Dimi, and he's from Russia, and he had bottom surgery. Good morning, everybody. And I'm really excited to talk to him about it and let you guys know a little bit more about how bottom surgery, good morning, soul, how bottom surgery works. I'm always very fascinated by bottom surgery because I'm never going to get it. I'm perfectly okay with who I am down there. It's not an issue for me. But some trans guys out there really need to get their bottom surgery. Hey everybody, so it's really important that we understand the differences between a trans man like myself who doesn't get bottom surgery and trans men like Dimi who's gotten bottom surgery, and how he's functioning with that. It's very important that we have these discussions, because then you can also out there have, make an informed choice. How do you know you want to get bottom surgery, or how do you know that it's good for you or not? So if we have more people who get bottom surgery start to have Dimi, come on, request to come on with me. So if we have more conversation around the bottom surgery, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. He's doing a lot. So let's see what's going on here. Let's get him on board. And so anyway, if we have more conversation around bottom surgery and we understand it, hey, my friend.
Hey, Buck. How are you doing?
It's so great to see you. So I just been introducing you to the people out there. Introduce yourself. This is Dimi. He's totally, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but you go right ahead. And
yes.
Okay, go.
That's right. Yes, my name's Dimi. I'm 38 years old. I'm Russian, but I live since 25 years in Germany. So that's why I'm doing my transition in Germany, and my phalloplasty and everything, all these surgeries I have been doing, I've done in Germany. So my experience is only about that, and I am totally willing to answer all questions. I can say briefly,
Yeah,
like how it's done here, right? So
I want you to do, if you could just talk about really the beginning of the process, because I'm going to bring you on for like the next 4 weeks so we can make it into like a little bit.
Sure, cool.
But how you started the process. Yeah.
You mean the whole process or the phalloplasty?
The phalloplasty.
The phalloplasty. Yes. So the phalloplasty consists of 5 stages. In the hospital where I am, it's not common like for every hospital. You can find a hospital or a surgeon who would do like 3 stages or 2 stages. But 5 stages is the procedure of choice here where I am. And what they do is, in the first stage, that's like the common way, because they also combine the procedures sometimes if somebody's like in the beginning. So maybe they haven't had mastectomy done yet. And what they do, they could use some of the mastectomy skin to prepare for phalloplasty later.
Oh, wow.
That's really nice.
That's
yes.
Brilliant. I didn't know.
Yes.
Did that. See, look, let me tell you, as old as I am, back in the day, they did none of that. So it was a whole different surgery. Yep. It's wow, that's really progressive. Wow.
Yeah, totally. Yes, I agree absolutely. So in my case, I did the mastectomy and hysterectomy earlier.
Okay.
It wasn't included in that stage. But normal, let's say, the way they do it without the mastectomy would be they take some patch of skin, like I'd say like 20 centimeters is how many inches? Divided by 2.5.
What?
Let's say, I know, it's weird. Let's say like 10 inches times 2
Okay.
inches. Something like this. Normally, they take it from your belly. In my case, I'm kind of skinny, so I asked if they could do it from the inside of my thigh, and they could. And that's the piece of skin that they can take from your mastectomy if you have like big scars.
Breasts, yeah, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the good thing. And I really didn't want to have a huge scar on my belly. For me, it's like, I just didn't want it. For me, it's like kind of associated with, like a cesarean section.
Yes, right. I totally understand. Yeah.
But maybe it's just me. I don't know.
No.
I
asked that's why we're having the conversation. This is your story and your choice. We don't represent any trans people. We don't represent any. Me and you have different stories. We share. You're sharing your story, which is so brave and beautiful of you. So there's no judgment on what.
Cool. Yeah. So yes. In my case, it was the inner part of my thigh. They take and roll it together, and they make a cut here. Here you see this big scar. They make 2 cuts here. In the first in the healthy arm. Yep. And they make a tunnel underneath your skin. They put it like apart. Okay. And then they take the rolled skin. They put a silicone tube inside of that rolled skin. Okay. And they roll it inside out. Okay. You see? So that the tube only contacts the skin part of that skin. Right. And the inside skin of that skin from your belly or thigh will go underneath that inside of that tunnel.
Oh, wow.
And then they sew here and here, so that you have only that silicone tube showing here and here. So actually you don't really have a tube.
Is that so that
sorry?
Is that to make it grow? So it's growing here? Is that
Yeah. That what happens is you're like it's like moist inside underneath your skin, and you have to press it for some time, well, it's like you have a band-aid, so that there is this kind of function of the skin. I think that's too much detail if I say what.
Basically, they put it there so that it can grow, and then now what do they do after that?
You have to wear that tube in your underarm forearm for 6 months or a little bit longer. Yes.
But
6 months
of your arm. How do you hide it? Like
it's it's like a tunnel in your ear, like a tunnel really, but it's huge. It's a huge tunnel.
Wow.
And you have to clean it twice a day or once a day, depending on the doctor.
Right.
So you take it out, you like wash it through with the special fluid, like clean it. Right. You clean the tube itself.
Okay, wow.
I know.
I mean, I'm making faces, and I hope that you don't think I'm disrespectful.
No,
I'm just
absolutely not.
Wow. So
I know it's
how do you clean it?
It takes some courage as well. Like you to see your arm like that, So how you clean it? You take the tube out. Yeah. You put like a fluid in there, like for wound wound. How do you call it? Yes. And then you clean the tube itself as well. Okay. When that wounds, this one and this one heals. You can clean the wound, well, not the wound, but the tunnel and the tube with just water.
Okay, wow.
But that only when the wound is already closed and dry and healed up.
Yeah, right.
So after that, you that's the first stage.
So
And in that,
That has to be in your arm for 6 months.
yeah, or 9.
Or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it really has to heal well.
Right.
It depends on your healing.
That's right.
Like how fast that is.
Okay.
And in the same stage, what they also do is they do the residual vaginectomy. Residual meaning you have to have had your hysterectomy and vaginectomy done,
Okay.
but you have to leave a small part, like an inch big or maybe 2 inches, 1.5, of your vaginal skin remaining there,
Okay.
because they're using it for urethral lengthening.
Right. Right.
Yes.
Right.
So in that first stage with the tube, they take the residual vaginal skin,
Okay.
close everything up, and connect that remaining skin and the inside inner the small lips. They make a tube.
Okay.
And connect it, lead it forward.
Wow.
To your clit, basically.
Right.
So everything is closed and prepared for later on, like a scrotum. It's like a small scrotum. What they prepare.
Right. So how far ahead do they do that before? So is that the second stage?
That's still the first stage. It's the same surgery.
The same surgery. I got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So.
Yes.
Okay. Go on. Sorry.
Okay. So also in the same surgery, they sort of lift your clit a little bit, and they take away the skin which was covering it.
Okay. Right.
They kind of pull it away. So that makes it very vulnerable and very,
sensitive.
It's like
it makes
sensitive.
Right.
Yes. So that surgery is like one of the most painful in the first 4 days, 3 to 4 days.
Wow.
Because you're wearing a catheter.
Okay.
And that catheter goes along just where your sensitive part is.
It's very, very difficult. I've had a catheter. It's uncomfortable. So you wear that for 4 days or so?
You have to wear it for 13 days.
Ooh.
But only the first 3 or 4 days, it's immensely uncomfortable. After that, it's okay.
I can't handle it. I hate that feeling so much, but you have no choice. So
Exactly. But that's why I'm sharing it, so it's not surprise.
No, it's so amazing and beautiful. I have to tell you, because I see a lot more of the younger generation getting surgery. So you need to be, I think it's so great that you're passing it on to people who are choosing to go that path. Where is the doctor that you used? What country?
It's in Germany, in Berlin.
In Berlin. And is that one?
Yes.
What's the doctor's name?
Küncher and Bull, they say. Or Bull.
Is he the one that's the most famous, one that's doing the bottom surgery now?
Actually, right now they are. Right now. Before that, there were 2 really big centers, one in Munich, one in Berlin. And actually in Berlin itself, there are actually 3 centers doing phalloplasty.
Wow.
Right now, I think 2. But now this one is having the most surgeries in Germany.
Yeah.
They say. It's two phalloplasties per week.
Well, actually, that is a lot.
That is a lot.
Before. So that's really incredible. But so do you know of any doctors in the States, or do you know, so I'm sure you did your research before you chose your doctor, but I'm wondering, is the doctor you chose using a different type of surgery than the ones in the States, or are they all sort of doing the same kind of surgery?
There are 2 main kind of streams which I see, and one stream basically is this kind of what I had. Yeah. It's called PRELAMINATION.
Okay. Where
you prepare this tube in your arm so that you have, this is your future urethra.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So they prepare for it because they want to minimize the risk of fistula and strictures.
Right.
Which are like the most common complications.
Right.
But also the other very, very common method, and this method is more common in the States, For example, I've always heard about Dr. Crane.
Yes, right.
Um, and he is, I think, as far as I know, he's doing the tube-in-tube method.
No, he is a bad
And
doctor. I'm going to say it right now here live.
oh, I have,
Because
okay.
I know somebody who got surgery from him, and he ruined the guy's surgery. So that's why I'm having you on, because I want to show a surgery that is going well and amazing and awesome. But there are some of those bottom surgeries, and Dr. Crane was a doctor who actually messed up my friend's surgery.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that's not, you know, you don't maybe you don't know that, and that's okay, but I do know that, and it's important. This is why you are so important, Demi, and really what you're doing is so powerful for the future of us trans men and bottom surgery. We need to share the information of the good doctors and the shitty doctors. And so, yeah, it's very important we do that, because we need to move those other doctors out of the way.
Well, I didn't do a lot of research in the States. Like, what I know is like what the other guys on YouTube share.
Yes.
And that's why I said that name.
No,
I'm also sure.
It's okay, because see that, and I tell you, well, my experience with Dr. Crane is this. Your experience.
Right.
And that's why it's so important that we share, because look, our experiences are different, yet now I hear one thing and you hear another thing. That's dangerous. But I'm getting your surgery from your and that's why that's why your experience is so important, because you're having a great experience, are you not?
Yes. Yeah. I am. It is also, it should also be said that, like, in Germany, there are, as I said, two kind of big centers. And some people say that my doctors are not the best because, for example, they don't have a urologist there. See, that is important.
Yes, that is.
The other center have a urologist in their team. And some people say that our doctors are not so good. Some patients from my clinic say that the other doctors are not so good.
Of course.
For reasons which I'm not gonna talk about, because I'm only speaking about my experience, right?
Amy, that's preference. That's different than saying a doctor totally fucked up somebody's surgery, and then preference is this doctor because he wears this or uses that. Which I have no issues with preference. What I have issues with is shitty doctors fucking us up. And then you have no bottom, right? And then you literally can't function now. They don't have sex. They can't do anything because they have bottom surgery. But this is so beautiful to hear the progression of bottom surgery to a space where you will live a beautiful, amazing life as a man with a penis, which is so amazing that it's happening.
Yes, it is. And I think that some doctors can also make mistakes, right? And
of course.
So
of course.
That doesn't make them shitty doctors on the spot. But also some people can have bad healing or just bad luck.
That's true. I'll tell you the reason why I think Dr. Crane, because it's not one. He did not do one bad surgery.
Right, okay. I see.
He got kicked out of one state and then he moved to another. That's kind of sketchy and weird. So that's what I'm hearing from people who, and it's not only one person. So if you can make a mistake, I'm all about that. Once you make 2 or 3, then something's wrong. But you can't
probably
take over and over without learning from that and create. And you know, we're as trans men, me and you are very vulnerable to these surgeries. We are at the mercies of these doctors who give us hormones, who give us surgery. We don't know shit. They're supposed to know what's going on. So very brave of you, Demi, to even the step to have the bottom surgery when we still don't have a lot of research on this. So
that is true.
So go on a little more about yourself.
So yes, someone is also asking what was the other stream. So the other stream is, one is the prelammination, and the other is the tube-in-tube method. So that's basically when they don't prepare for the urethra before. They take, my skin, my arm from this side is healthy. That's normal skin. Only this part is taken. Because there was this preparation. If they do tube-in-tube, they will go all the way until here. So they will have only this kind of thin, healthy skin left over. Why? Because they need this part to roll in so that this becomes your future urethra.
Right.
So if somebody wants this like more more in detail, I have made a video about it on my channel.
Excellent.
So
So
if you want, I can give you the link later.
type your I want to type you to put your in the comment section. Can you put your URL of your site? But also I want to follow you. It's very important they follow you. If you're interested in bottom surgery, also you're a life coach, and this guy,
exactly.
you're great. You're so great. I love you so much. I think you're doing such great work. Really, seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are. You're stepping up and you're doing the work. And you know how I feel about that. We can't sit here and bitch about shit unless we all participate to make the change.
Thank you. I just added Tea Time Coach is my Instagram.
Excellent.
So if you want, I can send you the link of the URL of that video I'm speaking about.
Excellent.
Because I'm sharing like the method, like, you know, with the whiteboard, and I'm like drawing stuff and blah blah.
No, but we
yes.
need more of that. So here's what's gonna happen, everybody. I'm gonna bring Demi next week, and we're going to continue to talk about this. I think it's so important that I want to break it up in segments because I want you to get everything that you can get into your brain. And this is very intense. Like, it's so,
yes.
I'm like, wow. I mean, it's so awesome. Really, I just think it's so amazing that you are taking that next step. As a person who I will never get bottom surgery, and I live fine that way. It's not an issue. Yeah. But I want people to know there are options for them. They can live like me, or they can live like you. And so that is where me and you come together as brothers, and we come together as a community, and we share our different experiences.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So maybe just one more thing about the life coaching. Yeah. I'm right now like I have become a certified life coach so that I can help trans people to professionally, not just like peer-to-peer. And I have been coaching in Russian and in German. I'm starting now to coach in English.
Oh,
so right now,
love you.
Yes, and right now there are 19 more free spaces. So please come if you want to be coached for free.
Wow, for free too. Please.
For free.
This is how we build. I mean, you know how much I feel about creating your own business. That's everything to watch you, kiddo. And I'm gonna call you kiddo.
Absolutely no problem.
Because you're
no problem.
And I love seeing you actually taking that step, my friend. If you could do it, anybody could do it. We can all do it. You are now an example of just doing what you need to do to make yourself happy. And
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bob.
Okay, so go have a great day. Everybody have an awesome day. I'll bring him back on next week, and then we'll talk more about your surgery. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye.